What's up, guys? Maestro Megatron here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's topic fourth wall video is Kane Hodder should have played Jason in Freddy vs. Jason. It's clear and simple like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love that movie. That movie couldn't have been done any better. The Freddy vs. Jason movie to come out in 2003. What's funny is Ken Kirzinger, by the way, did a good job. 6'5" Ken Kirzinger, who also had a small part in Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. He is the guy in the cafe that the big guy that he threw over the bar that thought he was going to come and pound on Jason or kick Jason out of the cafe when Rennie and Scott Reeves are running from him through Manhattan. But yeah, that's Ken Kirzinger right there. Just a little factoid trivia for you. And it's also Ken Kirzinger dressed up as Jason when he gets hit by the police car in the alley when they're also in Manhattan from Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. So Ken Kirzinger was familiar with Friday the 13th and the Jason Voorhees character. However, New Line Cinema had already taken over the Friday the 13th franchise from Paramount by the time Jason Goes to Hell, that god-awful piece of shit movie, come out. But what's funny is after Jason Goes to Hell, they did Jason X, and New Line Cinema actually called in Kane Hodder before they did Freddy vs. Jason, right after Jason X, and they told Kane Hodder, look, we're going ahead with the project of Freddy vs. Jason. Here's the script, here's the story, read it, and let us know how you feel about it, and we'll give you a call. So Kane Hodder's like, shit, okay, I've been wanting to do this movie for 10 plus years now. So Kane Hodder took the script home, read the script, did his homework, looked over the story, and didn't receive a call for weeks. And I'm quoting Kane Hodder, who was just recently did an interview on Talks from the Crypt. Kane Hodder said he sat at home for weeks, maybe even months, and didn't hear nothing. And one or two things either happens when you don't hear back from your movie production company or your directors or your producers. If you don't hear from them after weeks and months, either they died or you got shit canned or replaced. I think I don't think anybody from New Line died before they did Freddy vs. Jason, so they shit-canned Kane Hodder and got Ken Kirzinger instead. Now let's break the fourth wall on this. Kane Hodder explained to the host of Talks from the Crypt that they wanted somebody taller, and we've been hearing and reading about that for years. Kane Hodder's built at 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", and Ken Kirzinger's 6'5", 6'6". So Kane Hodder was like, what's 2 foot, what's 2 more feet? Here's what I really think happened on this, and I'm breaking the fourth wall. I really think New Line and the people that was behind New Line Cinema, that was behind Freddy vs. Jason, didn't want Kane Hodder because Kane Hodder had the best personality and character behind the Jason Voorhees character. Had the best actions, the best emotions, the best movements, just the overall best character, overall best everything, best traits of Jason Voorhees. That's why I played him 4 fucking times. I think New Line Cinema seen this as a threat that he was going to overshadow Robert Englund as Freddy, because Freddy is used to stealing the show in all his Nightmare on Elm Street movies, telling his stupid-ass jokes and his stupid-ass quips and his dumb-ass one-liners. I'm not a Freddy Krueger fan, by the way, but I digress. I love Robert Englund, don't get me wrong. I love Robert Englund. I love Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger. I'm just not a fan of the movies, like I am Friday the 13th and Halloween. But New Line Cinema I think they saw Kane Hodder as a threat to overshadowing Robert Englund playing Freddy Krueger, because Freddy Krueger's usually in the spotlight. Freddy Krueger, they wanted him to have the best, most funniest lines, the best scenes, which is kind of fucked up because in Freddy vs. Jason, Jason has the most kills. Jason has the most death scenes. Jason, in my personal opinion, actually won the fucking fight. He has more interaction with the characters in Freddy vs. Jason. So basically, Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund per se, got overshadowed by Ken Kirzinger any damn way. So I really don't see what difference it make. I'm just breaking the fourth wall in my personal opinion here. I think New Line Cinema and the producers and Ronnie Yu, the director of Freddy vs. Jason, I think they saw Kane Hodder as a threat of overshadowing and stealing the show from Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger, which is bullshit because Robert Englund was like, he could have stole, Robert Englund had so much respect for Kane Hodder, and Kane Hodder had so much respect for Robert Englund at this point that Robert Englund was like, he could have stole the show from me. I've been wanting to do this movie for 10 plus years like Kane Hodder has. So it's just all bullshit. Kane Hodder got ripped in the ass in this situation, and then they brought in Ken Kirzinger. There's no animosity between Kane Hodder and Ken Kirzinger, by the way, in this whole situation. But breaking the fourth wall, I really do think that New Line Cinema felt that it was going to be a threat to Freddy Krueger spotlight, having Kane Hodder, because Kane Hodder has the most and best, greatest characteristics of Jason Voorhees and the best emotions than anybody else has played. And I love C.J. Graham, by the way, and I love Richard Brooker, and I love Ted White as Jason. But Kane Hodder brought the most depth and the most personality and the best traits to the Jason Voorhees character. Again, that's why he played him 4 times. But I broke the fourth wall on you. That's my personal opinion on that. I'm pretty sure New Line Cinema, they saw it as a threat to Freddy Krueger's spotlight, so they got someone a little bit bigger and a little bit more dumb, which Ken Kirzinger's not dumb. He's not a dumb guy at all because he took the part. Shit, I would jump to that opportunity as well. Even Kane Hodder said that on Talks from the Dead. But that's just bullshit. Oh, we wanted somebody talk. I mean, because again, Kane Hodder's built at 6'3", probably pushing 6'4". Robert Englund's maybe 5'9" on a good day, maybe 5'10", maybe. And if you notice, Freddy Krueger slouches a lot. So even shorter than that. So it's bullshit. Kane Hodder still would have towered over Freddy Krueger regardless. It still would have been a David and Goliath type of fight situation. So it's all bullshit. Again, breaking the fourth wall, I'm pretty damn sure that New Line Cinema saw Kane Hodder as a threat to Freddy and Robert Englund's spotlight. So they got Ken Kirzinger to just not have any emotion about at all, just be big, 6'6", probably in costume, 6'8", big hulking figure with barely any movements at all. But just imagine Kane Hodder in the part of Jason in Freddy vs. Jason. The fight scenes would have been 10 times better. Don't get me wrong. Let me digress from that. I love all the fight scenes in Freddy vs. Jason. Fucking love them. But they would have been 10 times better with Kane Hodder as Jason. Would have been more personality to the fights. Would have been more characteristics to the fights. I think they would have been a little more exciting. But again, I digress. I love all the fight scenes in Freddy vs. Jason. I absolutely love that fucking movie. Don't get me wrong. But I think it would have been 10 times better to have Kane Hodder back in the part of Jason donning the hockey mask in Freddy vs. Jason. I really do. I think the fight scenes would have been 10,000 times better. I can't stress that enough. But I broke the fourth wall on it for you. I think New Line saw Kane Hodder as a threat to overshadow Freddy Krueger because, let's face it, Nightmare on Elm Street was already part of New Line Cinema years before Friday the 13th was brought on board to New Line Cinema. So I think New Line Cinema and Robert Shea and everybody else that was involved in that project was like, no. Can't have Kane Hodder. We have to have Freddy Krueger have the most characteristics, the most personality, and the most spotlight. That's what I think happened. You let me know in the comments what you think. That's my opinion. I'm breaking the fourth wall on for you, but another honest opinion. I really, nothing against Ken Kirzinger. I loved him as Jason in Freddy vs. Jason. He got the job done. It worked. I still love the movie. I got 5 different physical copies of it. I saw it 15 times at the movie theater back in 2003. Loved the movie. It couldn't have been done any better. But I would have loved it, absolutely loved it 10,000 times, even more, if that's even possible, if Kane Hodder came in to play Jason Voorhees and Freddy vs. Jason. But we got what we got. I still love the movie. Hopefully you guys do too, but it would have been so much better if Kane Hodder played Jason. So much more. The fight scenes would have been just so much more colorful and action-packed and more action movements because Kane Hodder as Jason he's a stuntman, okay? Ken Kirzinger was too, but he was just too damn big. Kane Hodder would have brought a whole new light, a whole new division of character to Freddy versus Jason in the fight scenes, the explosions, the getting blown up, getting set on fire twice in Freddy vs. Jason. The kill scenes just would have been 10,000 times better. But you guys let me know in the comments if I'm right or wrong, or if you agree. Break the fourth wall if you want. Let me know your personal opinion why they didn't have Kane Hodder. Personally, what I've read through the years in Bloody Disgusting and Fangora magazine, and what I just heard from his interview on Talks from the Dead, them saying that they wanted somebody that was 2 foot taller, somebody that was bigger. I think it's bullshit. That's a crock of fucking flying bat shit. I don't believe it. What the fuck ever. Fuck New Line Cinema for that one. Fuck Ronnie Hugh for that one. So, anyways, I don't know. Maybe Ronnie Hugh thought it'd be difficult for him to work with Kane Hodder. Who knows? I don't know. But, you guys let me know in the comments what you think. But, yeah, Kane Hodder should have played Jason and Freddy vs. Jason. My personal opinion. But the fight scenes would have been 10,000 times better. But anyways, let me know again in the comments what your opinion is. Break the fourth wall if you want. Let me know what you think the reasoning is why they got Ken Kersinger instead and not Kane Hodder. I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to pay him as much. Maybe they probably lessened the pay for Ken Kersinger. Who knows? But then again, Kane Hodder in other interviews and in magazines, quotes and comments in magazines, he said he would have fucking done it for free. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you love this video, subscribe to the channel. If you're in love with this video, become a member of the channel. Check out my membership packages and perks that I offer here on the channel on my homepage of my YouTube channel here. But again, let me know in the comments. Break the fourth wall. Give me your opinion. Let me know if I'm wrong on something. Let me know if I'm right on something. Let me know if you agree on it. Let me know if you disagree on it. But yeah, Kane Hodder should have played Jason Voorhees in Freddy vs. Jason. That's all I got. Anyways, guys, until then, stay spooky, stay scary, and watch out for the boogeyman. And for Christ's sakes, watch out for Ken Kersinger's big lumbering ass.